This was last night after you watched the video. Packed the yard, headers back, all the wheat that we just cut in the last, I don't know, 2 hours last night is in this shed now, waiting to go through the dryer. It's actually done more than we thought. Yeah, I'd say that petrol's definitely gone off. What we'll do is we'll leave it in a bucket in the workshop for next time we're welding. Just changing the filter on this mower that nicks lentils and putting the tank back on and flushing it out because it was full of rubbish. Last year Tom Stockdale lent us his mower, like a ride-on one from Stockdale Fencing, and we used that one, which was great. But this Flail, I'm hoping, will leave a bit of a matte finish in case it gets wet, because it'll chew stuff up into fibres. So I'm going to try it and see what it does anyway. Mowed a path around the edge, but they've just driven straight through the middle of the barley with the little telly on there. Yeah, they're fencing this field off, but the builder didn't tell the person putting the fence up not to drive through the barley, despite us mowing a path all the way around. So we've now got tracks all the way through the barley, flattened it. This will have pigeons in it later, which will then start eating the rest. It's great. It's probably 3 weeks before we can cut this. Just finishing off the topping on the car park. That's the NFU going. We just had a meeting about net zero and making the farm net negative and maybe earning money about capturing carbon. This is obviously the car park for the maize. The second field of sunflowers has grown probably a foot in the last 24 hours. It's ridiculous. We're just putting these straw bales out now to define the car park to stop people just kind of like driving all over the field. Third field's growing all right. Second field, fourth field's a little bit behind. But this one is, I don't know, 10% in flower, and I reckon by Saturday, sorry, there's a bit of noise from the digger. I reckon by Saturday it'll probably be 30 to 40% in flower, and then they'll just keep appearing over the next few weeks. So it's a bit sparse in this corner, but some of them are getting a first size. The heads on them. We've just been trying to fix the mower as well this morning to get that to work. But yeah, they're all getting ready to open. That one obviously already is. That one's about to. That one's about to. Those are little faces appearing. Adam's just nudging the bale square. James is pounding the car park. Go on, a bit more. Right. It's one of them days when Adam's phone was overheated. It's been on it too much. And we're off. Mowing the maize. Makes me hard doing this. Spent all year growing it. And now we're mowing it down. It's not fun. Follow me. Yeah, so we've been using that flail to mow the path, and it basically leaves a mulch on the floor, which hopefully if we get wet weather, that'll hold the soil together and it won't get muddy. Last year the rotary that we used kind of didn't evenly distribute what it chopped up. It kind of like put it a little bit to the side, so that's why we thought a flail would be better. And anyway, it's just hard work and it's red hot, but a friend of mine works for Turner Ground Care has sorted out a John Deere with a front mounted flail on for tomorrow, which is a bit wider, so hopefully we can go around with that, make the paths wider. And also it'd be a bit easier because it's a ride-on one. And we might not bake, but I don't think it's got a cab and aircon, which is a shame. I'm hoping the demo one that comes tomorrow is more powerful because this doesn't like sticky weed and it keeps stopping. It's also the heat of the day, it's middle of the afternoon. I think it's something like 31 or 32 degrees. Probably the same where you are, let me know. Look good though, don't they? So we're gonna leave it for a few hours. Adam's gonna go and pick his tractor up because it's been fixed. And hopefully it'll be cooler later. And then we've been taking it in turns, getting pulled around the field by this. So we'll carry on, we'll get a path in, and then tomorrow we'll go around with the other one and get it neater, tidier and wider. Lots of people have been asking for a pizza oven update. Well, sounds pretty hard. Seems to have shrunk off the wood, luckily. So when I get a chance, let's try and get it off the wood and then make a base for it, and then we'll light it and see if it works, but it's definitely set anyway. Whether it comes off the wood is another matter though, but we'll try. the original plan for the maize was to put the flail off the hedge cutter on the front of Adam's 403, sorry, Andrew's 403. But the problem we found was you can't control the speed and the revs. As you rev it up, it goes faster. So we want revs for the flail, but we don't want revs for the forward speed. So we had to scrap that idea, and that's why I've been messing with the push along flail. And then we're going to try this John Deere one we've got on demo tomorrow. That's most of the barley ready to go out. So there's sort of 3 load going out next week, and then there's a couple more load after that to follow on. So we've pretty much swapping the dryer now over to wheat. I managed to sell the wheat I'd cut yesterday for £205 a tonne. So that's going out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week. But we've just got to get it through the dryer because it's a little bit damp. First load of barley going out now. This is what we cut last Tuesday. We sold it and it was supposed to go beginning of the week. But there's a problem at the mill, it got flooded and they've only just got back up and running. So Andrew's just loaded it now. It's off. So it's basically the first of harvest 2021 on its way. The T&J wagon coming with a load of barley. Just making the mega structure now. Got some plywood, got some beams. What's happening is a step ladder. To me, to you. Taking shape now. It's now 12 foot by 12 foot. No, it's not. It's 16 foot by 12 foot. Mini Merlot making the mega structure. Looks like it'll fit underneath as well if we fold the beacon down. It's a nice night anyway. It's nice and cool now. Got a little bit of a breeze. It's not quite as intense, the sun. It's well handy for jobs like this because it doesn't tie up a big one that's busy loading bales and grain. Tomorrow we'd get to the fence and it won't start, and it's because the beacon has been left on the back of the baler. So luckily I've just come in the shed to shut it up and lock everything, and I can see it flashing behind it. It's a bit weird. The beacon's powered by its own little switch on the back somewhere, he says, when he can't find it. Where's it gone? Oh, there it is. Ta-da! Been faultless so far. Touch wood. First batch of wheat now is in the dryer. A bit late because someone filled it with barley this morning when I wanted to put wheat in it. Anyway, we'll get that dry, spit it out into here, and it's going out next week. Adam's just put the last of it ready to go on. We have to take it off the drying floor because we can't run the drying floors till we get the inverter fixed. Anyway, someone's on with that now. Yeah, there's a guy who reckons he can fix this. So there's a transformer in the back there that's gone. So he can't get hold of one. So he's getting the one we had repaired, so sort of like the wires rewound. And then this circuit breaker thing's a bit damaged. So he's going to replace that as well. But it's going to take about a week, which is a bit unfortunate because it means we're just down to one dryer rather than one dryer and 3 drying floors. But that's all we can do. I feel like we lost 2 days messing around because we didn't know who to fix it, or we couldn't find the right parts to fix it ourselves. So that's a little bit annoying, but hopefully it's on the mend now. Bit of chaff been coming out of the wheat, like confetti. Well, that's good because we'll just use it as fuel to dry it. That's all the chaff now, tipped in the dryer intake. So overnight the dryer will run off the waste chaff out of the wheat that it's drying. So happy days. It's like a circle. Danny's spraying and he's got a wagon there for straw, so because he's a neighbour, because that's what we do. Adam and Sam are going to go with 2 Merlots now and load it quick. Adam's 6250 Art is back after being repaired, but for some reason it now thinks the coolant's low and it's not. So don't know why that is, but hopefully it'll calm down and it'll be working properly again tomorrow. Just checked the weather station today as I was editing the video. 30.7 degrees it got to today. No wonder we were hot mowing that path. Don't know what it got to where you are. If anyone's recording anything higher, stick it in the box, but don't just say that's what it was. Tell me where it was. And if you're watching in Canada, I mean, it's unbelievable out there at the moment. Everything's dying, and in South America as well, because it's just so hot. You know, someone I was talking to today was telling me that the canola, which is oilseed rape, is only going to yield 5 bushels an acre when normally it would do 80. So horrific really for them out there at the moment. Anyway, let me know how hot it's been today. That's all for today. Mostly been baking in the sun. Thank God I have got my Bateman hat to keep the sun off my face so I don't burn my nose, 'cause it's already red. I've got a great outro coming up from Harry. Thanks to everyone that's watching. Don't forget to click, don't forget to press like and subscribe if you've not already. Loads of new subscribers at the moment, so welcome. If you're new, can you tell me where you're from, please? Loads of people want a calendar. Consensus seems to be machinery, so that's what we're probably going to go with. So I'll get a collection of sort of like the 12 best photos of what I think for the year, or maybe you lot can all decide. If you've got a particular photo in mind that you think is good, or you can, something that I've been doing that you think would make a nice picture, let me know as well in the comments, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Oh, new video over there, subscribe over here.